Imagine this. 48 nations, one trophy.
And a tournament so massive, it's about to rewrite everything you thought you knew about the World Cup.
For nearly a century, this competition followed one simple rule. 32 teams, 4-team groups, win or go home. But in 2026, that rule disappears forever. So why did FIFA blow up a system that worked for decades?
Stick around, because the answer is stranger and smarter than you'd expect. Hey everyone, and welcome back.
Today, we're diving into one of the biggest changes in football history.
The expansion of the FIFA World Cup to 48 teams, starting right here in 2026.
If you've ever wondered why your country suddenly has a better shot at qualifying, or why the group stage looks completely different this time around, this video is for you. No complicated jargon, no confusing stats, just a simple, clear explanation of exactly what's changing and why it matters. Let's get into it. So, let's rewind a bit. Since 1998, the World Cup had 32 teams. 8 groups, 4 teams each, top 2 advance. Clean, simple, and honestly, kind of perfect. It gave us classic moments, brutal group stage drama, and just enough matches to keep things exciting without dragging on forever. But FIFA had a problem. Football was growing. More countries, more leagues, more talent than ever before. And yet, only 32 nations got a seat at the table. Entire continents were left with just a handful of spots. Asia, with over 4 billion people, often had only 4 or 5 teams qualify. Africa, home to some of the most passionate football culture on the planet, was capped at 5. Meanwhile, fans in growing footballing nations like Vietnam, Iraq, or Jamaica had almost no realistic path to ever seeing their team on the world stage. So in 2017, FIFA made the call. Starting in 2026, the World Cup would expand from 32 teams to 48. That's a 16-team increase, the biggest jump in the tournament's history. Now here's where it gets interesting. With 48 teams, you can't just keep the old 4-team group format. The math doesn't work cleanly, so FIFA redesigned the entire structure. Instead of 8 groups of 4, we now have 12 groups of 4. Yes, you heard that right, 12 groups. From each group, the top 2 teams advance automatically. But that's not all. FIFA also added something new. The best 8 third-place teams also qualify. That brings the round of 32 into existence for the very first time in World Cup history. Think about that for a second. We're going from a round of 16 straight into the knockouts to now having an entirely new round before it even begins.
The tournament is essentially getting an extra knockout stage stitched right into the format.
This also means more matches. A lot more. The old World Cup had 64 games total. The new format jumps to 104 matches. That's 40 additional games of pure football drama. For host nations, USA, Mexico, and Canada, that means more host cities, more stadiums in action, and a tournament that stretches over a longer period than ever before. But why does this actually matter for fans? Simple. More countries get a genuine chance to qualify. Nations that have never sniffed a World Cup appearance suddenly have a realistic pathway. That means new fan bases, new underdog stories, and new football cultures stepping onto the global stage for the very first time. Let's slow down for a second and hit you with some facts that even hardcore football fans might not know. Fact 1. This isn't actually the first time FIFA expanded the World Cup. In 1982, the tournament jumped from 16 teams to 24. Then, in 1998, it expanded again to 32. So expansion isn't new. It's part of football's natural growth. 2026 is simply the biggest leap yet. Fact 2. With 48 teams, qualification rules changed across every confederation.
UEFA, Europe's governing body, now gets 16 spots.